Welcome to this little relaxing Valentine's Day story that I have written for you so you can enjoy this season as much as possible and de-stress and have a good time. So take a few minutes to set yourself up, whether you're gonna be going to bed or maybe enjoying a cup of tea or doing some journaling while you listen. So let's just give you a few minutes to get that down. So now let's get into our little story for the day. Valentine's afternoon tea at the Ed. The crisp air today is refreshing. As you step out of the taxi, you smile and wave to the driver as he takes off, and you tuck your coat tighter around you. Spring is not too far off. For a moment, you think longingly of longer and warmer days. But for now, your coat is doing an excellent job of keeping you nice and warm, and you only have a short walk ahead of you. Just across the little town square where the taxi dropped you off a moment ago lies the beautiful Edian Hotel. The large stone building with many illuminated windows seem to wink their welcome to you. This is your very favorite place to enjoy a delicious meal or afternoon tea with friends. Once you even attended a gala here. You have fond memories of this place, and many of your friends today you met here once upon a time. You stroll across the little square where people are going about their day. Many of them are in a rush. They may hope to get home in time for a late lunch, or maybe they're running to catch a bus. But you take your time. You look at people's faces, you notice their clothes, and give a little smile to whomever you make eye contact with as you head for the hotel entrance. It's Valentine's Day after all. A little kindness goes a long way on a day like this. You think of the many who might not celebrate today, and those who feel they are not worthy of celebrating. You think of them with great tenderness. If these people only knew how precious and treasured they really are. Each person is a diamond, imagining that they are no more than a lump of coal. You imagine a moment when they might dust themselves off and see the beauty beneath the accumulated dirt of self-critical thoughts. You hope they will know their worth as you do. Even if you think of people you've never met in this way, you share the significant commonality of being part of the human race. There is nothing more common ground than the human condition. You send a wish into the cold, February air as you whisper to the world, you are loved, you know. And you hope many people will feel that whisper in their hearts today. You have plans later this evening with some friends and a few family members, but for now, you are entering the great Hotel Edian for the day's most indulgent ritual, afternoon tea at the Ed. Many years ago, when you first moved to the city, you could never have dreamed that you would one day afford such an extravagant luxury as this. The afternoon tea at the Ed is and has been for many years famous for its delicious, luxurious selection of food and drink. And naturally, that sort of finery comes at a cost. You did well for yourself, and after a few years in the city, you started going to afternoon tea at the hotel every Valentine's Day. Many years ago, the hotel staff stopped commenting that you always have afternoon tea on Valentine's Day by yourself. Initially, they would ask, "Is this a booking only for the one person then, or am I mistaken?" All these years, you have been the only person to consistently book a one-person table for this particular day of the year. But the staff has come to know you now. They know your little tradition. When you were younger, before you moved to the city, you had already had some experience of how fickle and complicated romance can be. So you promised yourself to always celebrate Valentine's Day with love and joy, regardless of your marital status. And that you would do something special every Valentine's Day just for yourself. You kept your word through the years, and with your financial success, the tradition evolved into a yearly celebration. The Edian Hotel is not the right place for somebody who wishes to practice frugality. The simplicity and many humble rituals of everyday life must wait outside the grand doors of the Ed. You take your first steps inside the hotel's beautiful entrance hall. The marble floor is highly polished and shimmers beautifully in the light from the many lamps in the hall. With your first step into this vast space, the sole of your shoe touches down on a thick, firm red carpet placed here for the comfort and convenience of the guests visiting the Edian. You take a few more steps onto the thick red carpet and take in the space around you properly. As your gaze sweeps over the familiar space in all its luxurious decadence, there is little doubt that you have entered the pristine daydream this place has always been to you. It's a calm and beautiful place where everyone is friendly, everything is clean and well groomed. This hotel is a haven for any tired soul who longs for a break from all of life's chaotic clutter and noise. This is a quiet oasis in the middle of a busy town, where the tea is always steaming, the fires are constantly crackling away, and everything enjoyable you could ever want to eat or drink is always at your fingertips. The grand staircase from the entrance hall to the floors above is vast. You see that the space is decorated with lush greenery on either side and the giant crystal chandelier suspended high above it. The chandelier allows every detail of the impressive staircase to bathe in a soft, warm light. The many shades of white, grey, and silver visible in the marble sparkle as the light in the space bounces off the many facets of crystallized and polished materials. Smiling at two guests coming down the stairs, you now turn your head slightly to the right. Visible to you at the far end of the hall, on the right-hand side, are the tall doors leading to the tea room. They're open, and a hostess is waiting at the entrance, welcoming guests and ticking their names off on today's booking list. Bookings for Valentine's Day are very popular, and you are delighted that you have a standing order for yours, so you never have to deal with the hassle of securing a table. The staff knows to always put you up for a table at the tea room's northern windows, 2 tables from the small fireplace. From this table, you have an excellent view of the street outside and a great view of the whole tea room. You can see everyone, but it's still somewhat private by the window. It's a great combination for people watching, reading, or gazing into the fire while you let the minutes and hours slip away, whatever your heart desires. As you smile and nod to the hostess, she gestures you to proceed into the tea room. Through the tall doors, you can hear the quiet chatter and the tinkle of silver on china, so typical for this space. As you enter the room, many beautiful aromas fill the air. Cinnamon and butter, they hit you first, with their enticing note. Then a gentle, lingering hint of lemon and mint is there to follow them. The many teacups and pots in the room emanate gentle waves of slow-rising steam, casting their delicious tentacles of scent into the atmosphere and playing games with your senses. The tickle of ginger, the depth of rosemary, and the flirt of orange peel, they are all old friends here to greet you. As you move through the room toward your table by the northern window, you notice the soft music playing in the room. You see a musician playing the tea room grand piano today, and you smile and nod as you pass him. Afternoon on Valentine's Day has become so popular that the hotel employs live entertainment. Valentine's Day celebration of love is a reminder that all is not lost. The world still has beauty, tenderness, and love in it. Despite all the conflict and trouble people live through, there is still so much to appreciate and care for. Thousands of people in this world are caring for, encouraging, and falling in love with someone right now in this moment. This is a warming thought. It's a hopeful thought. This room, the music, and your afterthoughts give you great comfort. You feel your stress melt away. Your shoulders relax. Your back and neck muscles let go of all tension, and you walk taller. Every step toward your table is another step away from anything and everything that awaits you outside of this place. Here you feel safe. Here you're comfortable. Here you are, exactly where you're meant to be right now. You reach your table and a waiter is there to greet you with a smile and gestures you to proceed as he pulls out the chair for you. Your favorite flowers, white lilies, await you on the table in a crystal vase. They smell divine, and you're thrilled to see them there. The Ed does not disappoint. Every detail is immaculate. You shake out your large cloth napkin. The Edian Hotel logo has been stitched into the corner of the large napkin with a golden thread. A very nice touch. You flatten the napkin out in your lap, you lean back in your chair, and with perfect timing, the waiter is back with your favorite aperitif. On Valentine's Day, you always start your afternoon tea with a small glass of sparkling rosé with a dash of passion fruit. What could be more appropriate to the day's theme than a light, pink, sparkling beverage? This time, the bartender also added some shimmer to the drink. As the bubbles rise in the glass, the tiny grains of glitter move around in the liquid and cause the drink to sparkle as you hold it up to the light. It's a very nice detail because it instantly reminds you of a magical love potion you once heard described in a fantasy novel. It's beautiful, and it causes you to spend a few extra moments on your little aperitif, admiring the color and the shine of it as you sip. The fireplace a few tables down is close enough to your table that you can enjoy the sound of the wood crackling as the logs smolder away slowly. The warmth is enjoyable. It's not too hot, but it's a nice change from the cold air outside. It is easy to let go and become calm in this temperature. Your seat is so comfortable, your back is fully supported, and you can relax. The waiter approaches with a large trolley. He places the trolley parallel to your table and starts placing all the wonderful afternoon tea treats in front of you. Cakes, sandwiches, biscuits, chocolates, and little pies. Jams, custard, and various condiments. 2 different teapots, and several cups of the finest china. Napkins, plates, and heating stands for the teapots. Silverware of all sorts is also placed on a plate so that you may have any fork, spoon, or knife that you wish to use available. The candles are all lit, and the waiter then bows and greets you with a bon appetit before he lets you know to simply signal him if there's anything else you require or if you would like a refill on anything on the table. You thank him and smile, and as he turns and walks away, you can fully appreciate the spread on your table. Every little piece of cake is like a small, sweet, colorful work of art. Every plate is selected to complement the dish it's presenting perfectly. Small edible flowers and mint leaves adorn many delights surrounding you. The tiny sandwiches are cut in little triangles and squares and arranged neatly on a lovely tiered tray. Basil leaves and fresh parsley bring a splash of green to the sandwich tray and brings to mind spring that is just around the corner. As you start pouring yourself some tea, sampling a few dishes and enjoying your moment, all thoughts can finally quiet down. The ambient sound around you of people chatting, knives and forks clinking, and the music playing softly in the room all calms you down and enhances your ability to be present in the here and now. With every sip of your tea and every bite of delicious food, you are taken further and further into this calm, meditative state. You're in your own little world right now, and having some time to yourself is lovely. No one is asking you questions or demanding anything of you. The sweetness of the cake you now enjoy blends with a hint of lemon from your tea. It's delightful to taste the symphony of flavors. Each item on your table is prepared with such care and skill. Each mouthful is an experience. You slowly sample and taste the different dishes as you lose all sense of time. Simply being here is such a wonderful break from your everyday routine. Every moment here is golden to you. As you slowly sip your tea, you lean back and look around the room. Couples, families, and friends are gathered around tables to celebrate this special day. You smile and look forward to when you meet up with your loved ones later today. The love and care that family and friends can have for each other is beautiful. Or the deep bond a person can form with a beloved pet, like a dog or a cat. Love takes so many forms, each with its unique value and beauty. You think of your loved ones with gratitude, and as you continue to enjoy your afternoon tea, you appreciate how truly fortunate you are to have people you care about in your life. They give you joy and a sense of purpose. In the years to come, you will continue your ritual on Valentine's Day, and you look around the grand tea room and think that as long as we continue celebrating love, the light will never go out. In the darkness, even a humble candle can light up a room. Happy Valentine's Day to you and everyone you love.